Harley Davidson just released the second installment of their new release for the 2026 models. In this video, I'm going to share with you my thoughts on that, as well as some of the things that we did not get on the new 2026 models, things that have been an annoyance for me with my 23 CVO. Let's get into it. The first thing that I think they had a missed opportunity on improving is the little glove box. These things right here, they don't work. There's a little plastic tab in there, and this is what, the 23, fourth model year with this thing that they know is failing at ridiculous rates. I've replaced the ones on my bike, I don't know, a half dozen times or more, and I actually have another 3 or 4, and I've just given up on fixing them because they keep breaking. They don't last. They're made out of plastic, and for whatever reason, Harley's not changing that. The glove boxes that they had on a prior generation were spring closed. These are spring open. These don't break. These break all the time. So that's something that they really need to look at fixing. It seems like it should be an easy fix. The second missed opportunity on the 2026 models is an improvement to the suspension. In order to adjust the suspension on my 23 CVO, you're going to need your owner's manual, a caliper, or some type of measuring device, and this special wrench that came with your bike. That's a lot of work, and a lot of riders just don't know how to do it or don't want to do it. Fact of the matter is, a lot of dealers also don't make this adjustment on the bikes, and as a result, a lot of people are riding right off the showroom floor with zero preload on their bikes, bottoming out on everything they hit. And that's unfortunate because there's a lot of better options out there for suspension. I imagine maybe Showa, who makes the suspension for the Harleys, maybe they make a better suspension. I don't know. But what I do know is that the one on this bike leaves a lot to be desired. In fact, I am replacing the suspension on this bike with my new suspension from Wilbur's. So this is going to be getting installed on the bike here, I think next week or week after next, I'm not sure. But we're going to get this on here, and I'll do a review, and I'll show you the installation process. And I'm really looking forward to it because I have a Wilbur suspension on my 18 Road Glide as well. And it's amazing because I don't need all of that stuff. I just hop on the bike and ride. If I carry extra weight, the suspension self-adjusts. And it's a huge missed opportunity for Harley, to continue to have this manually adjusted suspension with other dials and knobs and things, and I honestly don't even know if they're all 4. And then you have the primary preload on one side and a secondary preload on the other. It's a lot. It's a mess, and they really need to fix that, especially on what they call a premium motorcycle. We could do better than what we do. The next missed opportunity for the 26 models are the handlebars on the Street Glide. They are ridiculously low. It makes me wonder how many sets of stock Harley handlebars have ended up in landfills. Because the interesting thing between the Road Glide and the Street Glide is they're different handlebar heights. And why they do that, I don't know, but it's probably one of the first things most riders take off the bike as soon as they get it. And again, off to the landfill it goes. Number 4 missed opportunity, the seat. They've stuck with the same seat that they had since they come out with the 23 models, and that was one of the first things I noticed when I did my first long distance trip on this bike, is how uncomfortable the seat was. So I've gone through a couple of different iterations on trying to find the perfect seat for me. And so far right now, this Mustang Super Touring Deluxe, or whatever you call it, this seat's actually proven to be pretty good, and that's the one I think I'm going to go with for the long term. The next missed opportunity is the sound system on their bikes. Now the CVOs stock come with a Rockford Fosgate 4-speaker system, I think, or actually if you get the ST, I think it only has 2 speakers. And they sound okay. I mean, they got a lot of bass, but the downside to them is that they're difficult to upgrade because of the way this system is proprietary. I know from working with Volunteer Audio that they had to go through a lot to create their A to B module, which allows them to then be able to upgrade and improve the performance of the stock system. But the reality, it shouldn't be that hard. It's that hard because that's the way Harley chose to make it, and they didn't have to. So it would be nice to see them fix that in the future so that you don't have to go through such extremes if you want to change the sound system in your bike, if you want to do something different, if you want to do something better or louder or that has more bass. The only option Harley gives you is to go with Rockford Fosgate, which is not a bad option, but if you want to do something different, they make it difficult to do. Another missed opportunity is just the CVOs in general. CVO stands for Custom Vehicle Operations, but there's literally nothing custom about your CVO. All of them look exactly the same. But what they could do is give you an opportunity to truly make it a custom bike fresh from the factory along with help from the dealership. It would be so simple for them to allow you to choose the handlebars you want, choose your windshield, choose your seat, choose your floorboards. And that would truly make it a custom bike. Choose your wheels. Those are things that are really easy for them to do. It would make people enjoy the bikes more. Hopefully it would make the bikes more comfortable, and especially for those who become new to motorcycling and decide to buy a Harley, they might be more likely to ride that bike. So why not make a CVO custom vehicle truly a custom vehicle? That's an opportunity Harley could go after in the future. And last but not least, the King Tour Pack. They have a brand new King Tour Pack and didn't talk about it in the release. Why? I don't get it. I wanted to know more about this new King Tour Pack because I actually want one. Now, when I got this bike, I got the Tour Pack that was available at the time, but the Tour Pack on this bike is exactly the same as the Tour Pack on this bike. 4 model years later, or 3 model years later, Harley has a new Tour Pack design that they did not talk about in the new release. I want to know things. It looks cool. It has an integrated rear light. It has a different design, a slightly different design, but why not talk about it? I mean, come on, let's get with it. That was one of the most interesting things that I was looking for in this new model year release, and well, you didn't get it. So I'll have to wait until one pops up in the dealership, and then I'll talk about it in a future video. We'll take a look and see what they did to it. There are a few more things that I would love to see Harley Davidson do that I know that they're not going to do. These are my pie in the sky wish list of dreams for future bikes, but I'm not going to get it. The first one, and I know that there'll probably be 0 people that agree with me on this, but I think Harley should offer an automatic transmission, the CVT, just like the Honda Goldwing does. Why? Because they're selling. People like them. And as people get older, and all of Harley's riders are supposedly older anyway, but as people get older, they might want an automatic transmission. They don't want to shift through gears. Offer it. It's modern technology. Let's get with it. Let's get with the times. In particular on the trikes. Now, a nice thing they did with the trikes is they improved the suspension. Although I've never ridden one, so I don't know what that means. And actually, when these 23s were released, Harley bragged about how great that suspension was. It's not great. Another thing that I would love to see Harley do in the future is embrace more modern styling. Kind of the way the BMW does with their BMW K1600. That's a gorgeous looking bike to me. The Honda Goldwing is a great looking bike. They're both very modern looking touring motorcycles. I love my Harleys, but it's a classic style and everybody doesn't want that. So we've kind of locked ourselves into a particular segment of the market that wants the classic styling, which I happen to like. But what if someone also likes the modern styling? Or what if somebody wants the modern styling? They'd still like to ride a Harley, but they want modern styling. Can't get it. How about a completely water-cooled motor like what Indian has? I've been arguing with my buddy Finesse the Challenger for the last, I don't know, 1.5 or 2 years, and he's been beating me down about how much better the motor is on the Indian bikes. And I have no more argument for him. I actually agree with him now. I do believe that the motor in the Indian, it's a smaller motor, it's more powerful, and it's completely water-cooled. Why not? You already have one. It's in the Pan America. That motor has 150 horsepower stock. Why not put that motor in these bikes? Wouldn't that be a nice upgrade? And so that's something that maybe they will do that one. I hope they do, but I don't know. I'm going to hold back my hope on that one because I'm not expecting it to happen. We'll find out. So of all the bikes they released, there are 2 bikes that I would love to have in the riding and wrenching garage. The number 1 bike that I would love to have from the 26 models, that's CVO ST, and what is it called? Citrus Heat. Oh, that bike is hot. Love it. I would love to have one of those, but it's not going to happen. The other bike that they released that I really like is the CVO Street Glide Limited, but it's a street glide. which leads me to something else they didn't talk about. Does the Street Glide still have that speed limiter that's lower than the Road Glide? What was it, about 100 miles an hour? And a Road Glide can do 110, both of which are illegal. But I would just rather not have the bike that's limited. But that CBO Street Glide Limited, that is a good looking bike. It's phenomenal. Can't wait to see one in person, in particular with the tour pack with the integrated light. That looks really interesting to me. So anyway, leave me a comment and let me know what you think. What do you see, or what did you see with the new bikes that makes you interested, something that you liked or maybe something that you didn't like, and what opportunities did Harley miss with their new releases? This is Q. I'm riding, I'm wrenching, and I am out.
I've got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round, welcome to the freak show, the best in town. What the hell's wrong with me? I don't get along with anybody, honestly. I've been living in my own head constantly, thoughts jumbled round, think I need a new lobotomy. Wait, all these thoughts are too negative, I don't wanna get lost in the sedative. Gotta show them what I got, I'm competitive. You know I'm about to go off, I won't let them win, I'll take a stab. I wanna chase a bag, I wanna weigh, I can change all the things